Sometimes feeling nothing is the loudest thing inside you. Imagine the sudden blaring of a fire alarm slicing through a quiet room. Your body jolts, but your mind stays flat. No panic, no tears, just silence where noise should be. What is emotional numbness, and how does it shape the way you live after trauma? You might think numbness is about shutting down, but there's more tangled underneath. After this, the next time you catch yourself disconnected, you'll notice what's really pulling the strings. And how it quietly rewires the moments you thought you'd left behind. The quiet aftershock. Think about the moment right after something shakes you to your core. Maybe a sudden bodily injury, or the chaos after violence, or the shock of a terrorist attack nearby. You sit down on the edge of your bed. The thin cotton sheets feel cooler against your skin than you expected. The noise in your head slows. Not peace, not relief, just a quiet that feels like emptiness. Your phone buzzes softly on the nightstand, but you don't reach for it. The world around you carries on, but inside, everything feels paused, almost frozen. The silence isn't empty. It's a shield. Your mind pulling back, shutting down parts of itself to stop the pain from spilling in too fast. Like a circuit breaker flipping before the sparks can fly. You don't feel anything right now, and that's the point. This blankness holds you still, keeps the storm at bay. But it's not peace. It's a pause button pressed on your feelings, waiting for a time when you can handle the weight again. You wonder if that moment will come, or if this quiet is a new, harder kind of normal. And what happens when the silence breaks? When the numbness starts to crack and stir? Everyday triggers. You step outside, and a motorcycle roars by. Your chest tightens before you even know why. That sound isn't just noise. It's a trigger. Something inside shifts, like a warning light flashing in the dark. Your heart pounds as you look around, searching for a threat that's not there. Or maybe it's the fire alarm in the grocery store. The sudden blare cuts through the usual hum. You freeze. Not because there's a fire now, but because somewhere deep inside, you're stuck in a moment from long ago. A moment you want to forget. These sounds don't belong to this place or time. Still, they pull you back. Sharp and uninvited. Ordinary moments feel dangerous. The world tilts without warning. Safety feels like a stranger you used to know. You clutch a plastic basket, fingers digging into the handles. The lights flicker overhead. Everything seems too loud, too close. You want to look away, but can't. Not because you want to face it, but because your body won't let go. It's like your mind has wired alarms to ordinary things. A motorcycle's engine, a siren, a shout. They don't make sense now, but once they kept you safe. Only now, they don't. They trap you in the past. You wonder how many things around you carry secret warnings. And what happens when these silent alarms never really turn off? The brain's hidden scars. You're sitting at your kitchen table, the morning sun hitting the chipped edge just right. Your coffee steams quietly. But inside your head, something's shifted. Picture this, the maps you once knew, those mental routes where memories and comfort lived. Now redrawn. Places that used to stretch wide and open, shrink smaller. The hippocampus, that tiny part of your brain holding your past, has pulled back. It's not just a feeling that's faded. The very paths that carried your emotions reroute, some closing off entirely. You reach for your phone and pause. A message from an old friend blurs on the screen, but the usual rush of warmth is missing. That's the scar, written deep in the folds of your brain. Not a mark you can see, but one that changes how you move through the world. It's the reason some sights or sounds hit different. Less like a memory, more like a warning. Maybe it's the echo of something darker. Sexual violence, rape, abuse. Events that tore your sense of safety apart. These aren't just stories you tell yourself. They shaped the way your brain rewires itself, shrinking spaces that once held trust. But if your brain wears these hidden wounds, what keeps you from being trapped inside them? What walls are you building to hold pain back? And at what cost? The question lingers as the morning stretches on. Numbness as shield and prison. You're on a worn couch with friends. The room buzzes with chatter and laughter. You smile, but it's thin. The laughter bounces off invisible walls. Close, sharp, and unbreakable. You feel safe, but far away. That numbness is your shield. It keeps the sharp edges of pain from cutting in. You don't have to feel the sting. Not now. But just as quick, it shuts out the warm buzz of connection, the quiet pulse of joy slipping through your fingers like sand. That old phone buzzing on the coffee table? Just noise, not a lifeline. Not really. You want in, but the guard never rests. It's alert, watching, keeping danger away. Yet sometimes it forgets to open the door. You stay behind that glass, safe but trapped. The silence inside is quiet, but heavy. You carry that weight in your chest, even when the room feels light. That numbness isn't just empty. It's its own kind of presence. It protects you, but it cages you too. There's more to this feeling, just out of reach. That part I'll save for later. The first steps back. Now, imagine you're sitting on your porch just after sunset. The air is cool, and a soft breeze brushes against your face. You don't notice it at first, too used to the numbness that's settled like a heavy fog inside you. Then, suddenly, you feel that breeze again, lingering on your skin. It's slow and faint, almost foreign. You catch yourself, opening your eyes wider, leaning into something you thought was gone. A song plays from inside the house. The notes reach your ears, and something tightens in your throat. It's the kind of feeling you haven't let yourself have for a long time. Not pain, not joy, just a small, shaky flicker of feeling. You don't push it away. You don't run. You hold it there, slow and strange. It's tiny, almost nothing, but it's yours. In that moment, trust starts to grow. Not a rush, but a gentle thread weaving through your skin. The numbness loosens just enough to let light in, like a crack forming in a glass window. You don't have to break free all at once. Just this fragment, this quiet second, is enough to start. Maybe it's the evening air, or the song, or simply the space you gave yourself to notice. Whatever it is, it's enough to make you wonder what comes next. Because feeling like this, bit by bit, that's the first step, and it raises a question that lingers, just out of reach. Living beyond the echoes. Have you ever lain awake and felt numbness creep in like fog through the window crack? Some nights, it returns without warning. You sit there, the hum of the streetlight outside your bedroom casting steady shadows. Your chest feels empty, like it's holding on to silence instead of breath. But then your phone buzzes. A message from a friend. A joke you half smile at. The faint scent of coffee from the kitchen downstairs. And in that small moment, you feel something again. Not everything, not fully, but enough. It's a sliver of life, threading through the quiet. You carry the numbness, yes, but you're also carrying these flickers, these breaths of color, in an otherwise gray space. It's not a full stop carved in stone. Just a line in the story you keep writing, even when the pen feels heavy. So the question shifts. What if the numbness is part of your story, but not the story itself? What might that mean for the nights when the shadow grows long again, and you wonder if you'll ever feel the edges of yourself once more? You've lived with that quiet hollow, the way feeling nothing can fill a room louder than any shout. Emotional numbness isn't a failure. It's not a dead end. It's your mind's way of holding together after something shattered the usual path. Sometimes it's a shield that keeps you standing when everything wants to fall apart. And maybe now, you're starting to notice the small cracks in that shield, moments when the world seeps back in. Those cracks aren't weaknesses, they're openings. To hold your numbness gently, not as a flaw, but as a sign you survived. And maybe, just maybe, to take a slow step toward feeling again. If you want, let your breath remind you you're still here.